Hey there guys, new box came in the mail, came from UPS today. This is my PreSonus AudioBox 22VSL, which is a new MIDI interface, basically replacing my old Lexicon Alpha, which I did a lot of work with for the last 2 years, but it's just it's a good little box, but I just needed to upgrade. So this is being tossed or put in the back shelf, or maybe being sold on eBay, and now we'll be going to the new unit. So we'll open this up. And there it is. PreSonus AudioBox 22VSL. Bought it from J&R Music. They're really the only site that had it in stock. So I'm really looking forward to checking this thing out. So what we'll do is I'm going to go through an unboxing of this, and then we'll hook it up and check it out. Alright, so what we got here is the PreSonus AudioBox 22VSL. Again, from J&R Music. We've got our CD packet and manual, but the manual is available online in PDF form, so I already got that down and started to take a look at it. And then we've got the unit itself. It's got some nice weight to it, definitely well made. There you go. You got your two interfaces. You got your fan and power. You got your main. You got your headphones, your mixer, and your two-channel gains. Your two-channel gains. And on the back, you've basically probably seen this online if you're interested in this box. What I'm really excited about is the VSL software that basically allows you to pre-mix, which is really cool, and hoping to get some much better sound quality using this unit. I can tell you it's really got a nice feel to it. It's definitely well made, and let's hope that it lives up to it. So I also got your USB cable, and that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. So we'll get the software installed, and we'll check out how it works. All right. So two things that were available that are included in is the VSL software and also Studio One. I use Mixcraft, but I may check this out just to see how it is. So looking at some of the YouTube videos, it looks like a pretty good piece of software. Although I'm pretty used to Mixcraft, but I want to see how it works with that first. But again, this is what I'm really interested in, the VSL software. All right, so I got the PreSonus AudioBox 22VSL installed. I got to tell you, it was real simple to install. Basically, the drivers took about maybe 5 minutes to install. I did have to go to their website and get the new driver and update that. Once I did, because I was having some problems, like it wouldn't start up. Once I did that, I haven't had any problems whatsoever. So they must have fixed a little glitch with the software. But took me a little while to sort of get used to it, figure it out. But the method and workflow, but it's really quite a powerful unit. Because of this, the main thing is because of this integrated. I'm going to try to show this on the screen here, but I'll do an overview of this later with a screenshot. But this VSL software is really cool. Basically, what it is like a premix for signals that are going to your DAW. So. Basically I've got two channels here that I can play with, and I can basically I have all these settings that you can use to set up specific gate, compression, EQ. It also has a limiter, which is really nice. So a lot of the stuff that you'd have to have hardware for is built all into this software, and the signal actually goes through those DSPs and gets sent to your digital audio workstation. I'm basically using this with Mixcraft, and it had no problem at all working with Mixcraft 5.2. Once I did deinstall the lexicon drivers before I did anything, and then I installed the new drivers. Once I loaded up Mixcraft, it was basically there. I just had to change the preferences to use the AudioBox drivers, and it was like a piece of cake. It took me a little while to understand how to get playback and to use the headphone signals and all that stuff, but reading through the manual a little bit, it was pretty straightforward. Now what I'm going to do is spend some time playing with the software and the unit itself and do some sample recordings and see how it works. I have done a little bit just to get the hang of it, but I really want to start to dig in and use it. But I can tell you that compared to the Lexicon Alpha, which I've been using, like I said, for 2 years, this thing is like 50 times better. It just has so many features. It's so flexible. I can just see it really doing a great job of helping with basically make music just sound tons better. So it's a real quality product. I'm really, so far, just a couple hours of playing with it, I'm really happy. So next, I'm going to play around with it a little bit more, and then we'll put together a quick demo of how to set up tracks and use the DSPs and stuff. Okay. All right, guys. I want to take you through a quick overview of the VSL software, which is the real key component of the 22VSL. Basically, you've got faders or channels for your channel 1 and channel 2. You've got your return from your DAW right here, and then you've also got a reverb, 2 effects channels. So basically reverb, you can delay, or you can actually put whatever you want on each one. Each of these channels has a gate, compressor, and EQ cell, if you will, and that basically allows you to drag and drop presets into each one of these tracks for specific applications. For example, if you've got, I'm going to just reset this. If you've got a voice application, you're going to record a voice, male voice. You can take voice male 3, male voice 3, I should say, and just drop it right on the track, and that automatically sets up your gate, your compressor, and your EQ. And you can obviously change this if you like to your liking, low, mid, and high range, or you can do it using the software pots, if you will. Then you got a compressor. Compressor has a limiter, which is really great for recording vocals and other stuff. And it's got again a bunch of presets for what they call this fat channel. And then you've got a gate, a noise gate, which is also really useful. So basically, think of this as DSPs. Basically, your voice is coming in on channel 1. It goes to this DSP, and if you want it to process, you hit post, which basically means that the signal goes through those DSPs and then goes into your recording software. If you take this off, then it won't go in. It won't record. But think about it. You could go out and spend a couple $100 on a gate, compressor, or even a separate EQ for premix, and this is all built into the software. These are like all the best components of their Virtual Studio Live software, which is built into like some of their high-end mixers, and it's really cool to have those features and those capabilities on such an inexpensive audio interface. Now, the way the effects works is this doesn't the effects don't actually go to your DAW. It's basically for the headphone mix. So just to give the artists some reverb ambience or delay to help them with their performance, so that the mix sounds better. And you've got all sorts of capabilities to basically set the mix up with different EQ and stuff. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it took a little bit getting used to. Like, first I didn't know what these ABs were. Basically, this means what percentage of the FXA and FXB channels that this channel would actually drive to, or I should say bus, that this channel would actually drive to. So you just play with it. I started to play with it, and I started to get the hang of it. Also, you've got a pan, which is nice. These buttons here are basically for when you select this channel. That's basically saying that's the channel that you're working with. You can mute it or you can solo it, okay, if you like to, which is kind of cool. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's got a setup here. I have it set up for 48 kilohertz sample rate, which is basically a little above a CD. You can go to 96 if you like, but I'm using 48. Performance is normal. That's basically CPU related. If you got a really fast CPU, you can go to fast, but normal, I have not had any latency at all. I've done some tests with playback and recording, and it works perfectly. And I've got buffers set to 512, which is basically a recommended setting in the manual. Make sure you go to the website and make sure your drivers are up to date. I did have to update my driver when I first installed the software. So that's basically Virtual Software Live for the 22, the 2-port, the 2-channel USB MIDI audio interface. Again, really cool. There's pretty good instruction in the owner's manual on how to use it. It's going to might take a little bit of time to get used to, but you can see right from the get-go that it's very powerful. Hey, so thanks for watching this whole review. Maybe as I start to use this software a little bit, I might put some more stuff up to help people use it. But again, I highly recommend it, especially for a low-budget studio. $200, you can't go wrong. Thanks for watching, and please comment. Thanks a lot.